Hello there, folks. Running slightly late. Time to do today's daily target on CSSBattle.dev, and it is. What is it? It's a big thing. Okay. Kind of an interesting shape. How do we accomplish this shape? I think it's two paragraph elements, is how I'm going to approach it. Put the dark color there. And I feel kind of inclined to do, well, I know we need to do the green, we need to do this green color here. And set margins to push that down. So I'm going to check the diff, make sure that I'm on track. 35, yeah. And 34, again, a block level element is as wide as its container, and the margins contain that. 38, 36, 37. And the height needs to be a little taller, 32. And then how about a border radius? Border radius is 40 pixels, 50, 60. 60 pixels. All right, so that's a start. Then what? Do we then need... So we need a second one, I think. Well, that's how I want to do it anyway. So the second one is going to be a little different. It's going to be P plus P. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a background of red on it to distinguish it. And what I want to do is I want to twist it into shape. So height using margin 0, and then I'm going to actually make this a negative number, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And then can I get away with keeping the same height is kind of the interesting question to me. Let's give it height of so I don't think we only need to be what margins do we need? I think we need to change those margins? Because there's some clever things that we can do and not adjust the border radius, but probably it's easiest just to override the border radius and say border radius, we want 0. and that simplifies how this looks. So then this number can be minus 70, 75, 65 maybe. And then this height, yeah, that height still needs to be be a little taller. So it's a little trickiness there. All right, so now these margins, margin of 0, 100. Interestingly, that adjusts that margin. 3. Okay. 1, 10, 30, 40, 50, 52. How about 45, 47? All right, so something along those lines. All right. Okay, here's where we're going to do this background. I like a conic gradient for this. You might not. That's okay. Conic gradient creates the scalloped, this middle shape. And then I think we can reuse it for the second one. which we now have kind of in position, more or less. So let's get to it. I believe we want green 75%, and then this dark color 0. Or actually we can do transparent. Yeah, we can do transparent. And then that at value to move the center, what is it, 40 pixels or something? Maybe. Might be 35. $34, $32, $31, and 31. And then we move it all. 100 pixels. Let's move it. 31. Oh no, that's not what we want. We want more like 131 or 231 or 240. And then that at needs to be what, at 30? No, that's not right. Oh, that bollocks it up. Okay, what do we want? I've confused myself. Okay, so 40 pixels. There, that's more like, okay, so now we're in the ballpark of what I mean, even though I'm not saying, let's do 80%, 80%. I think those are going to be pixel values, but that's okay. And then we want so the width is actually going to be 100%. Is that right? Oh, yeah, so we actually don't want that. We want the at to do the work. 4, 5. Yeah, that's what we want. My bad. This needs to be 38, 37, 36. No, that's not right. I have made mistakes. What am I doing? I've lost track. Apologies. I've had a kind of a busy day. So this is where doing this off the cuff, I'm less good at it because I am less fresh, and I'm less my mental acuity is a little bit less because I'm tired. Okay, so here's what I'm trying to do. I want to move. So I want here. Okay, so here's the thing that I'm not doing that I usually do in this situation is I add a no repeat and then create colors that are contrasting because I want to understand exactly what I'm making. And right now I really don't. And then I'm going to blank that out. Okay, so here's what we've made. Background none. Okay. So that's the shape that I've made. So I'm going to move that over. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 31, 31, and then down 10 pixel, 20, 30. And then this at value needs to be taller, 32, 30, no, 60. And then less wide to 30, no, wider to 40, 50. That's it. That's what I was trying to do and was not being successful at it. So this color needs to be this. And then we need to let it repeat. To be fair to me, those are unusual numbers, and which obviously, since I'm tired, I got confused. All right, next. I think we have what we need. Okay, so one thing we're going to do is add another number. No, number 48. No, that's not right. 27. Okay, so background. Let's just do the solid green. Yeah, 47, 48, 47, 0, 147, 148, 148, 47, 46. Interesting set of this smells a little bit like an error, but we're just going to go with it. Okay, so if we do a background of transparent, maybe we can use borders here. So we do a background of that, and then we do border solid blah, border width 0, 40, 40. Those are not the right numbers. How about 30, 31, 20, 10, 21, 10. Okay, and then this is 30. Okay, that's what we got now. Oh, and then this background needs to cover, so it can't be transparent. It has to be solid. So what's the problem there? That's interesting. Oh, because of the asymmetry, right? I think. There it is. Let's see if that's 100%. These numbers are so asymmetric, I'm worried that they've created a puzzle that they're going to change. This is like a thing that sometimes CSS Battle does, but it could be intentional as well, and that's 100%, so I'm happy with that. These numbers are very unusual var, so I'm going to variabilize this so that I can set these things to values that I will then rearrange. I can do 1, 4, 1, 4. We do a var color or that, and then this border radius can be a var as well, var r or that, and then going down the line, this becomes dash dash m, radius becomes dash dash r, height becomes dash dash h, background means we're replacing a single color in that background, in that conic gradient, and then border and the border width stay because there's no borders on the top element. All right, let's minify. Not changed, so I'm happy with that. And that's fine. A unit replacement, did I do that? Yeah, I did that. And then that's a final. All right, well, a late Friday, somewhat lackluster live video, live solving of the daily target today. That's okay. Tomorrow I'll get them. You know, we all have off days, but still, we got to 100%, and it's an interesting, unique puzzle, and that's not a bad score. Good luck. Have a great day. Go make a webpage. Be good to yourself. Be good to everybody else too. All right. Bye-bye.